Hey, how you guys doing? It's me, Mr. 4K Upscaler. This video will be recorded in native 4K via my GoPro Hero 6 camera, but you will have to wait 40 to 45 minutes till the YouTube process this native 2160p resolution. And you're also going to need a very powerful computer to handle it and a really higher bandwidth internet speed, which I'm pretty sure that you guys have. Okay, what you're looking at here is a 110 inch. I switched down from 155. I went to my other room, my smaller room. I have 3 different rooms, okay? This is the smallest room that I have. And what you're seeing here is 110 inches diagonal. And this is from 5 feet away. Now, 110 inches from 5 feet away, that's more than enough, okay? You're not supposed to be putting a 200 inches or 155 inches from 5 feet away. Your head would be going left and right, up and down, okay? The idea is for you to see the entire screen. All right, so this is more than enough. And 110 inch, it's a pretty good size, all right? And I have to tell you, this BenQ at 110 inch, it really looks great. And what we're looking at here, it's a Transformers. The last night, I used Transformers the last night. It's a demo. This is the perfect demo for 4K and HDR. Michael Bay, the one thing Michael Bay does, he is the eye candy for the 4K and HDR and Dolby Vision. And this is no exception here. And look, even here, just look how beautifully this is rendered. Now, people ask me, what about the focus? Is there any way that you can adjust the focus? Yes, you can. You can do it manually through a projector. I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but you see you have this wheel right here. This wheel you can use to turn it to adjust the focus. Right here, you can turn this and adjust the focus how you want it. You want it closer. So you do have the adjustments here for the focus, you know. And this is here to zoom it in. Like, how much do you want to zoom it in? Do you want to zoom it in all the way in, or do you want to zoom it in just a halfway in? So a variety of different options here that you can do it manually. Okay, see, there's a zoom and there's a focus. So you have a zoom and the focus. So you can always adjust this manually, all right? But I would do this only once. I would use the pattern. I would measure it. And once you get everything adjusted, you will never have to touch this ever again, okay? And I'll give you guys that example right here. See, now it's out of focus. You see, it's totally out of focus. And now it's going to be coming to a good focus right here and very sharp detail. You can also focus it even better. There you go. Now it looks great. Now, one of the main reasons why I always tell people go with the HD 2550 version, it's because of that color wheel, the cinema color, and this is Rec 709. I don't think it goes to BT 2020, but it goes a little bit above Rec 709, which is pretty good wide color gamut. And this 4K HDR BenQ HD 2550, it's really going to give you that great HDR premium color with a 4K shifter. The one that's the 800 version, that's blue, that one has 3000 lumens brightness light. However, it sacrifices on the color wheel. So you're going to sacrifice this color so you can have that brightness. So I don't know how important is that brightness to you. Well, if you are maybe using that projector to be outside or in a lit up room. So you kind of have to ask yourself a question. You have to ask yourself a question. Where am I going to be using this projector, and where am I going to be putting this projector? You can see right here, look at that color representation. Look at that, look, lumens, 2200 lumens, it's still great on this projector. That's because of the HDR and a 4K. 4K definitely looks very sharp in detail here on 110 inches. Actually, I might keep it at 110 inches. I think it's a better viewing. I think I get more detail in like more vivid, sharp detail I get when I'm watching it at 110 inches. I think this is much better at 110 inches from 5 feet away. Unless you're in a big giant room and you're like 12 feet away, then I guess then you have to go to 155 inches All right, it really depends on room size. You have to scale your room. You have to measure the square feet and the distance where your projector is going to be sitting. But you always have to use a pattern test. The pattern, it's something where you can measure your screen and then you build the screen. You buy the measurement of that screen, whether it's 120, 150. But I think honestly, 110, 120, it's more than enough. You can see right here the Optimus Prime looks gloriously great on 110 inch. Look at that sharp detail here. Maybe I'll get a little bit closer. That's a pretty good sharp detail right here. Look at this, man. Look at that color that's popping with the HDR. When you guys watch this in a native 4K, you will see exactly what I'm talking about. So, what would you buy? Would you buy the 800 or HT 2550? I think HT 2550, it's a more balanced projector, and I think that's what you want, because you're going to be keeping this projector in your movie theater in a dark room anyway. So do you really need that 3000 lumens brightness light? Remember, at the 3000 lumens brightness light, that lamp, you're going to have to be changing that lamp probably 9 months or 8 months, depending how often you use it, because you're projecting a more bright light. And who knows how long that lamp's gonna last you. And the lamps can be anywhere between 120 to 180, depending on, it could be $200, depending on what type of lumens brightness lamp it is. It looks pretty good right here. Looks very nicely detailed. All right, so now people ask me, hey, Mr. 4K Upscaler, what type of picture settings do you recommend for 110 inch? Well, since we are at 110 inch, we can move that sharpness a little bit. We can move that pixel shifter a little bit, but not by much. We're going to keep it at the balance level, which I'm going to show you really quick before we end this video. All right, so here's my remote control. Let's get a little bit closer right here so I can show you. Brightness, keep it at 50. Don't go anything above 50. Remember, this is a projector. We do not want to crush our digital white levels. If we crush our digital white bright levels, we won't see this rain going like this, dropping down. And we won't see that light in detail level. We won't see any of this stuff on his armor in detail level. So keep it at 50. Contrast at 50 because we do not want to crush our white digital levels. Same thing goes for the brightness. On your deep dark levels, we do not want to crush our deep dark digital levels. They call it black digital levels. Color, I keep it at 50. Why? Because you already have a good color representation here with this DLP color wheel that's spinning. So you don't need to mess around with the color. Remember, we want to avoid any kind of saturation in the color. We want to keep it balanced. So what do you see here? Everything is at the balanced mode. We kept everything balanced at 50. Now, the only difference I made here is the sharpness. I moved the sharpness to 5. Now, we have sharpness at 5, so we're going to go back to the advanced. HDR brightness, you always keep HDR brightness at the default balanced 0. All right, you never mess around with this. You keep this at the balanced 0. Color gamut, you always keep it on automatic. Let the TV decide between your device and HDMI what's the best color output. And now the last and not least, Cinema Master, color enhancer, you can keep it at 5 to get a little bit of that extra pop color. And then here, pixel enhancer, keep it at 5. And then last but not least, brilliant color, keep this on automatic. And then, to me, the most important stuff, your light mode of your lamp, of your DLP lamp, keep it on economic. So hopefully you guys pause the video, write these settings down. I hope you do that. I hope you're smart enough to do that. There you have it. This is a 110-inch BenQ HT 2550 projector. And yes, Jurassic Park is coming soon. We'll do that as well. Thank you for watching.